Blog Talk Radio.
Yo, what's good, people? Welcome to another episode of What's the Word with LJ Mentor Podcast. And as always, I'm your host, LJ. Appreciate you for joining me for another weekly episode of the podcast. Man, we back at it. We still in this quarantine, even though some states is trying to get back to normal. I know some states are opening up. I don't know, it's a little premature, but we're going to see how this all play out. I mean, I wish everybody the best. Hope everybody be safe. All peace and blessings to everybody. And also, this week, shout out to Tupac. Tupac's birthday was yesterday. Rest in peace to who I consider the greatest rapper of all time. Rest in peace to Tupac. Man, would have been 49 yesterday. That's wild. Man, died when he was 25 years old, but man, would have been 49 today. That's crazy. Think about. Also, and today, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday, K. Dot. Top his own, and who I consider the greatest rapper of this generation. So it was wild this week. We got two of the greatest MCs of all time birthday this week. So yeah, shout out to them. We got the GOAT and the GOAT of this generation. Yeah, that's what this episode is about. Just wanted to talk about them really quick. Those are two legendary MCs' birthday this week, and it's wild. All their birthdays back to back. And also, really quick, the theme this month, we continue in that theme of top 10 lists. Yeah, doing that all month. I'm going to change the theme next month. So after this week, we're going to have one more episode of Top 10 lists, and you can tune in next week to learn about, and it's going to be relevant to whatever's going on, or relevant to the week. So, yeah, I've been keeping it like that. So, yeah, tune in next week, see my last Top 10 list is. And it's Father's Day this week, so it's coming up Monday, so happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there. I know some people don't got their pops, but happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there. And I just wanted to talk about my top 10 list is the greatest TV dad. So this is entertainment podcast, and I'm keeping it with that flavor. So we talking about top 10 all-time greatest, who I consider TV dads of all time. And relevance to Father's Day this week. But before I get into that, I don't want to go too far left, but I got to address this. So if you notice, if you're keeping track of me, I'll get into my main topic. I will address something that's relevant this week because I feel like it needs to be talked about. So let me get into that. What I'm talking about is the interview this week of the CEO of Chick-fil-A. And he is almost funny, and I guess I really shouldn't be surprised at this man, at what he said in his interview. It's crazy, because, I mean, he's just a privileged, old, he has that old white male mentality, privilege, and it's crazy about what he said. I actually like Chick-fil-A going there, but I don't think I'm gonna fuck with him after what he said. I mean, and Chick-fil-A is honestly one of the few fast food spots I've never had a bad experience. Like whether you go to McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Popeyes, whatever. I've always had, like, even though if I like some of those places, I've been trying to stay away from them for the most part anyway. But whenever I went there, it was always like that one bad experience. But Chick-fil-A is like the place I've never had a bad experience when I've gone there. I don't know if what the certain criteria that they have when they hire people. I don't know, but I've always had a good experience when I've gone there. But this motherfucker was tripping. I'm sorry. The CEO of Fil A. I know he's a pastor also, but I'm sorry, it's not of God. But he said it's not. And what I'm talking about during this interview, this man says that he addressed slavery, and we all know the sins that the greatest sin in this country is that this country is built off the free labor at the hands of black people's ancestors, and we still, in a way, still have slavery with the prison system and systemic racism. So, I mean, it still exists. It's not obviously as extreme as what's gone through the slavery and civil rights movement, but we still have a long way to go. And this man trying to set us back, he said that slavery, he tried to justify when people talk about white privilege and how white people get upset when you say, check your white privilege. And he said instead of that, we should look at how slavery, and even today, how this country was founded on with the great country we have now, and look at it as a white blessing. White blessing. To all the white folks out there. And I mean, I know we got some white people that don't think like this. I got some good friends, some good homies that are white and don't think like this. And I appreciate y'all, but this guy right here, I mean, I'm really not surprised when I think about it, but it's almost hilarious at this point because this we said it's a white blessing that we have slavery because the way this country is built. So, I mean, basically, I mean, from his perspective, he has a point. Even though it's crazy that he thinks like that from a old white male perspective, I guess he would be right from his perspective. Because, I mean, country is built off of free labor of black people. That's what built this nation, and we know that. But I don't think I'm going to fuck with Chick-fil-A no more. Like I said, I shouldn't be surprised. But, yeah, that's crazy. But I'm not going to support this man restaurant. That train of thought, why would you? But, yeah, I just had to address that real quick. Like I said, if you get to know me a little bit now, you're going to know I'm going to address some relevant topics this week. And I'm going to have my main topic I'm going to get into, which is what we about to get into right now, which is my top 10 TV dads all time. And if you got idea in mind, if you don't like my list or you got somebody you thinking of who you consider TV dads all time, call in at 845-241-9916. Now let's get into it. So I'm going to get into my list, and then I'm going to go back each one and talk about why they're there. So, I mean, it's a lot of great ones, but mine, try to get in there. And some are cartoon. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you think. I mean, they're not all sitcoms. Some are cartoon people. So we're going to start 10, Danny Tanner from Full House. At number 9, Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin. 7, Tim the Two-Man Taylor from Home Improvement. You got Philip Drummond, number 6, from Different Strokes. 5, Carl Winslow from Family Matters. 4, Fred Sanford from Sanford and Son. 3, John Pops Williams from Wayans Brothers. Now, my top 2, I was going a little bit back and forth between these. Number 2, I got Philip Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And number 1, I mean, you can say what you want about this man. I don't agree with what this man is, but I'm just talking strictly as the character. I have to go number 1, greatest TV dad is Heathcliff Huxtable. Not Bill, a.k.a. what he's known as people play on his name, Bill Cosby. Not him. I'm talking about Heathcliff Huxtable from The Cosby Show. So, but I mean, you can't deny it. So yeah, let's get into it. Number 10, I got Amy Tanner on there from Full House. That was a show I actually used to watch coming up. I'm a late 80s baby, born in 88. So some of y'all younger might be like in 20s or something. You might not know some of these people. I'm sure you probably have because, I mean, there's reruns on a lot of these shows. Yeah, so Amy Tanner from Full House, I think he was not only raised his own daughters, but he brought in like his love his the other family members into his home. So I thought he was good. He had a lot on his plate. He let his ex come into his home, and I mean, yeah, he's a TV dad. Now, 9, Homer Simpson, he wasn't actually a good dad. This one is based off of, I think, his longevity of being on TV. I mean, being on TV, the first episode of Simpsons came out in 1989. I mean, damn. So it's been on for over 30 years. Still going. He's not a good TV dad at all, obviously. I mean, he eats donuts all day. He never listens to Marge, his wife, and he chokes the hell out of his son once a week. So, I mean, yeah, every once in a while he literally chokes the hell out of Bart. I mean, if you've seen an episode of Simpsons, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes he's hilarious. But, yeah, he's not actually a good dad. He's so longevity. I put Peter Griffin on your Family Guy. That's another one. It's actually one of my go-to shows. I think it's funny. And Peter Griffin is the dad on there. And he shows moments of being a good dad. I mean, he can be just as bad as Homer sometimes, but because he always tells his daughter to shut up for no reason. Shut up, Meg. I've heard so many people quote that. But yeah, he treats his son fairly decent, and his son Chris, and he treats his youngest son fairly decent. But he shits on his daughter. But he's from time to time to be a good dad. So, all right, 7, 10, the Two-Man Tale of Moment Food. I put it up all here because I used to watch that occasionally. I thought it was a good show. He's typical, I guess, would be considered a good guy. He likes sports. He know how to work on. He could basically fix anything. He had 3 boys to teach in the house. So, I mean, he's a good, I guess you consider, would be an alpha male because he likes sports and he could fix anything. 6, Philip Drummond, Different Strokes, great show. Rest in peace, Gary Coleman, from that show. Now the father on there, he not only raised his own kids, but brought in 2 children from different races on that show. He treated them just like their own. I mean, how is that not commendable? Like, to raise 2 black kids just as your own, not treat them any differently. That's what I love. A lot of people love Different Strokes. 5, Carl Winslow, Family Matters. That was another. They had a long run too, 9 seasons, 89 to 98. Carl Winslow was on. I want to say every episode. The father on that show. Now he's a commendable too, because not only did he raise his own kids, he brought in the annoying neighbor from next door, but lived in his house after being the most annoying thing, giving him hell basically, and to bring adopt another child in 3 days and bring the annoying neighbor to live in your child's. He basically let everybody live in his house. So I mean that's commendable. He opened his home to people. Obviously his wife had a lot to do with that, but to raise his own kids and be a father to the other boys in the house is great as well. 4, Fred Sanford. I mean, to me, this is just one of the greatest because not only is Red Fox one of the greatest comedians ever, and he's hilarious on that show with his walk, the way he talks to his son Lamont. He always calls him, "Hey, you big dummy," and rest in peace, Red Fox, but one of the greatest comedians ever. Another one, next one from the Wayans brothers. He was great as well. No matter what they had, their problems, he is always a good father to his sons, Sean and Marlon, on the show. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon, another great legend. 2, Philip Banks from Fresh Prince, one of the greatest shows ever, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, raising his own kids, opening his home to Will on the show. Will Smith, and great father, has a great career, great home as well. Now, number 1, Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Almost everybody's seen The Cosby Show. This is not Bill Cosby, Heathcliff Huxtable. Remember that. And that concludes another episode of the What's the World LJ Mentor podcast. Stay tuned for more to come. I have some announcements. Stay up, stay safe. This has been another episode. I'm out.